everybody, what's going on? I'm Geno Reynolds and this is WA&D Presents The Real Geno. Today we're going to be returning to the Conjuring Universe as we take a look at the return of Valak in The Nun 2. So, let's do this.
Sophie, what happened?
I think there's something here that's not meant to be.
Taking place a few years after the events of the first movie, Sister Irene is sent to investigate a string of murders that seem to be headed west from Romania. As she investigates, she discovers that not only does she have to combat a familiar foe from the past, but also save her friend from it as well. When the first movie came out, I have to admit I wasn't a huge fan at the time. I did go back and watched it again before seeing the sequel. While I still don't love the movie, I found that my stance has softened a bit. The first time around, I did like the three main characters. That'd be four if you count Valak. And they were still the standouts for me. While I didn't go into the sequel with high expectations, I was hoping at the very least get more of what I liked from the first movie. While I can't say I got everything that I wanted, I can at least say that the sequel is a more superior movie than the first attempt. Sister Irene once again returns to take on the evil that is Valak, but at first she's very hesitant. Playing on the fact that women were pushed to the back burner by the church, she received no credit for stopping Valak the first time around. Father Burke was given all the credit and was promoted inside the Vatican. She does find a reason to go, and just as the first time around, it is her that is the best defense against the evil. As we knew from the ending of the first movie, Maurice became a vessel for Valak and escaped captivity. Using Maurice as a puppet, Valak goes on a killing spree that seems random at first, but the real reasons become clear as the movie goes forward. Oh, and where is Father Burke during all this? Not in this movie, that's for sure. You do find out what happened to him after the events of the first movie, but I get the feeling that the Vatican is lying to Sister Irene when they tell her about it. So we got two of the three main characters back, which is a good thing because they are the backbone of why this movie is better in the first place. This film is basically split into two different stories. The first is Sister Irene's investigation of the murders and trying to figure out why they are happening. I think the movie is better for it because if she got right back together with Maurice, it would have felt too much like the first movie. Plus, we wouldn't have got the second story. We see Maurice as he's trying to build a life for himself at the school he is working for. As the events of the movie unfold, Maurice starts to become a really tragic character because despite all of the happiness he has found, we already know his ultimate fate because of what was revealed at the end of the first movie about his character. Of course, a horror movie is only as good as its villain and scares. There's not much to say here. We already know that Valak is pretty creepy. Bonnie Aarons returns as the creepy nun, and as usual, she doesn't disappoint. By the way, as of this recording, she is suing Warner Brothers because they allegedly are not paying her all the money that they owe her for playing the character. Given the movies that she's been in and the money that they've made, they owe her more anyway, in my opinion. So even if you didn't love the first movie, but you're a fan of the Conjuring Universe, you should give this one a try. The movie has returning characters that are even better than the first time around, the usual creepiness you expect from this franchise, and a story that makes you want to see where all the character stories end up, which is probably going to be in another movie, whether it be another sequel or another installment of The Conjuring. I don't know. There is a mid-credit scene, by the way, so stick around for that. If you want to see The Nun 2, you can check it out in theaters right now. Make sure to follow me at WANDTV.com as well as subscribe to my YouTube channel, The Real Geno. You can also follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Get out of here X, all at The Real Geno. That's going to be it for this edition of WAND Presents The Real Geno. As always, I am your host, The Real Geno, Geno Reynolds. Till next time.